Hello everyone, welcome back to Cassy and Family. As always, you are all very welcome indeed. Today's episode, we are going to be making chicken gizzard. This is called Gizzards in Creole, gizzards in English. To start, I'm going to be using some vinegar and water with a little salt to clean off the gizzards. You want to make sure that your water is really salty. This is going to make sure that all of the impurities start to come out of the gizzards. Chicken gizzards do not have a lot of fat and they do not have a lot of impurities, but they do have a lot of blood. You want to make sure that the gizzards sit in that water as you're cleaning all of the little pieces of impurities off of the gizzards. In these next few clips, I'm going to show you which pieces you need to remove off of the gizzards. There are these small yellow rubbery pieces. You don't want to cook with those. They will make your sauce very bitter if you leave them on the gizzards. They don't taste very good. You definitely want to remove those pieces off. After you remove the yellow rubbery piece, take a knife and cut a little slit into the larger piece of gizzard. This is to ensure that all of the seasonings and flavors get inside of the gizzard. This is a chicken organ, so they're very small. On their own, they don't have a lot of flavor or a lot of fat. So by adding a little slit, you will ensure that all of the flavors from your seasonings get into the gizzard meat. This is the most tedious part of cleaning chicken gizzard. You have to go through every single piece, remove the rubbery bits, then cut a slit on all the bigger pieces. This is very time consuming and will take up about 20 minutes depending on how many gizzards you have. In this video, I had 2 packs of gizzards. To clean and prep the gizzards, it took me about 30 minutes. Want to make sure that you do not skip this step. Because this is an organ, it has a distinct taste. This is my warning. This is my disclaimer. If you do not properly clean and prep your gizzard, I promise you it will taste disgusting. Especially those of us who live in the US, I know we are not used to eating organ meat. So cleaning and prepping an organ meat is so important for the flavor and taste. It took me learning this the hard way to know that you really want to take time to clean and prep this meat. Adding lime or lemon to this step can also help. I prefer to add my lime and lemon juice to my boiling water. I promise to show you how to cook the gizzards in another episode. Take your time, go through every single piece, do not skip any piece, and remove any impurities that you find. Some of the pieces do not have the rubbery bits on it, but you still need to check them and clean them thoroughly. So as you see, I'm cutting a slit, rinsing the gizzards in that water, then transferring the pieces that I've already cleaned and prepped into another bowl. This is literally a rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. I also like to go through the entire batch of gizzard, look for all the pieces that have that yellow rubbery stuff on it, remove those first, then clean all of the other pieces. Growing up in a Haitian household, my mom made these all the time. My siblings and I hated eating this. I promise you, whenever we saw this on the table for dinner, you already knew you would be going to sleep hungry or having to grab a bowl of cereal. I didn't appreciate eating this until I got older and started giving it a chance. When I got married, my husband requested me to make this and I had no idea how to even prep it. Once I learned how to clean, prep, and cook these, I could not stop eating them. And the big secret is learning how to clean and prep. That's it. Gizzards are mostly firm, but there is this one piece that is very soft. Once you locate this piece, you can either take your knife and scrape all of the impurities or discard it. Once you have all of your pieces cleaned and transferred into your other bowl, the next step is to clean your gizzards properly. Using cold water, just clean off all of the pieces. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you how I clean and massage all of the pieces of gizzards But typically you want to take this to your sink and thoroughly rinse off your gizzard pieces. Go through them piece by piece. All of the water should be clear once you are done rinsing it off. I did do this in my sink, but I want to show you what your gizzards should look like once they are clean. The water should be clear. Once all of your gizzards are clean and rinsed off and the water is clear, we can now start adding our seasonings. First up, we're going to cut up some ginger. Listen very carefully to what I am about to say. Please, for everything that's good in this world, do not skip this step. I repeat, do not skip this here step. You must add ginger. If you do not have raw ginger, add the ginger paste. Ginger will eliminate any odor from the gizzards. This is why it is important to add it. Next up, we're gonna add some épices. In English, you call this Haitian spice. The blend of herbs, sometimes spices. The one that I'm using today is store-bought, and that one is called sofrito. Go to the store, just look for sofrito. That is very similar to Haitian spice. Next, we're gonna throw in some Maggi or chicken bouillon cubes. I added only one chicken bouillon cube, but you can definitely add more than one if you don't have any other spices. I'm a huge advocate of using what you have. Next, we're going to add sazon. I'm just using the one that I have, and I know not every store carries this. This is why I'm saying add what you have. Sazon makes a lot of different flavors, and I really don't think it matters which one you use. Next, I'm adding seasoned salt. I picked this up from Aldi's. This will replace my regular salt. So I'm not going to add regular salt. I'm only going to use the seasoning salt. If you do not have seasoning salt, just add regular salt. Garlic is another ingredient that you do not want to miss. Today I have the garlic powder, but garlic cloves or jarred garlic will do just fine as well. Once all of your seasonings are added, you want to thoroughly mix them all together. Just keep mixing until all of the seasonings are well incorporated into the meat. Mix it very, very well. And once you are done mixing, let it sit overnight in the fridge. If you don't have a lot of time, let this sit for at least 30 minutes to an hour to make sure that the meat is well soaked in the seasonings. And that is pretty much all you do to clean and prep your gizzards. This is very easy to clean and prep. The only part that's time consuming about this is removing those small impurities on the gizzards. Not all of the pieces have them, but you want to check all of the pieces. I really do hope that you guys give this a try. In the next episode, I'm going to show you how to cook your gizzards and how to make a tomato-based sauce to go along with them. If you've made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing to this channel, leaving a comment, liking the video. As always, be blessed and see you in the next video. Bye for now.